So, you're thinking, what is there to see in Okmeydanı? More than you think, actually, from the dystopian Death Star-like Perpa building to the historical neighborhood of Piyalepasha to still functioning Ottoman orphanages and archery pavilions.
Many of Istanbul's neighborhoods have been shaped by the Ottomans' love of archery, but none of them more so than Okmeydanı, which means arrows square in Turkish.
Prior to the urban sprawl found here today, the area's green open spaces and now long-gone views over the Haliç made it one of the Sultan's favorite places to practice their marksmanship, first with bows and later with rifles. The tradition started when Mehmed the Conqueror founded an archery lodge here, close to where he had pitched his tent during the siege of Constantinople in 1453. At the time, the waters of the Haliç reached much further inland, and the area's population of Greek and Georgian seafarers was recruited for shipbuilding and metalwork to support the creation of the Ottoman fleet in next-door Kasımpaşa, named after one of Suleiman the Magnificent's administrators. A local personality was another of Suleiman's pashas, Piyalepasha, a Croatian captured following the Ottoman victory at the Battle of Mohacs, who rose through the ranks to become the Grand Admiral of the Ottoman Navy, before conquering Malta and Cyprus and being appointed vizier. In the 1570s, he commissioned the construction of a complex comprising a madrasa, dervish lodge, bathhouse, and fountain, all built by Mimar Sinan, as well as a quirky but handsome mosque, where the man himself was laid to rest in 1578. Since then, the neighborhood has been known simply as Piyalepasha. What is now Okmeydanı remained largely rural until 1895, when Abdülhamid II built a 27,000 square meter complex known as Darülaceze to house waves of immigrants, orphans, and elderly fleeing nationalist uprisings in many parts of the empire. In 1912, Nobel Prize-winning Italian inventor Guglielmo Marconi built one of the world's first radio transmitter stations here, although there is no trace of it today. Following the imposition of the wealth tax in the 1940s and various waves of ethnic violence, most of the area's large Christian and Jewish populations moved abroad, and by the 1950s had been largely replaced by large numbers of migrants from rural Anatolia.
They were encouraged to build housing on whatever land they could find, as the government could not afford to build more formal dwellings.
The resulting gecekondu's are still a common sight.
Although they were formalized in the 1980s, gecekondu's remain a point of contention, especially when they rub up against new regulations and urban renewal projects.
As recently as the mid-2010s, the neighborhood saw clashes between local leftist groups and Turkish security forces. Built in 1986, Perpa Trade Center is the mother of all iş merkezis, or commercial centers, featuring over 4,500 businesses spread across 13 floors that feel a lot like being in a space station.
So Perpa is like the Blade Runner version of the Grand Bazaar.
Primarily frequented by tradesmen, the center contains electronics and hardware retailers, banks, supermarkets, restaurants, and a number of indoor parking lots, some of which are located mind-bendingly on the upper levels of the center. Just past Perpa, and easy to miss amidst the high-rise sprawl, is the area's most significant historical building, Darülaceze, a hospice and orphanage built in 1885 and still operational today, complete with health and educational facilities. In a nod to the Ottomans' cosmopolitan past, even under the conservative Abdülhamid II, the complex also features a mosque, a church, and a synagogue. A 20-minute walk down Fatih Sultan Minberi Street brings you to the Archery Foundation. There is no trace of Mehmed the Conqueror's original hunting pavilion, but the modern building features a collection of nishan taşı, or target stones, that commemorate shots of record length and accuracy, some by important early sultans.
The foundation today is still training the next generations of Turkish archers, and has produced national heroes such as gold medalist Mete Gazoz. Keep heading down the road until you reach Piyalepasha, one of the oldest parts of Istanbul.
And once home to a complex of hospitals, schools, and religious buildings sponsored by the eponymous Piyalepasha. All that remains of the complex is the 16th century Piyalepasha Mosque.
So this is one of Mimar Sinan's lesser-known masterpieces. And it's one of my favorite mosques because it's so weird.
Notable for its single minaret, many pillars, and unique rectangular layout. In the graveyard behind the mosque, but closed to visitors, is the tomb of Piyalepasha himself. The mosque adjoins the centuries-old Piyalepasha Millet Bostanı, one of the city's few remaining urban farms. Just up the main road is a 445-year-old Ottoman building, once used to store gunpowder, that is now being renovated into a public library.
Just across the road and juxtaposed with these historical curiosities is the Polat Piyalepaşa Çarşı, a shiny new shopping mall surrounded by luxury hotels and apartments.
Built by Adnan Polat, a prominent Turkish businessman and former owner of Galatasaray Football Club, this open-air shopping thoroughfare features several contemporary art spaces alongside retail and dining options. Opposite the complex is a statue of Ottoman diplomat and Bektashi mystic Gulbaba, appointed by Suleiman the Magnificent in 1541 as the patron saint of Budapest, where he is buried. OKMEYDANI does not have much of a culinary scene, although Anatolian staples are abundant and inexpensive. A string of restaurants at the top of Perpa Trade Center have surprisingly good food and world-beating views. OKMEYDANI has a range of good value accommodation options with good reviews, including the Tempo Hotel Caglayan, the Clarion Hotel Golden Horn, and Dosso Dossi Hotels and Spa Golden Horn. To book, please see the links in our video description. OKMEYDANI and Piyalepasha are primarily accessible via the Metrobus line that connects the Asian and European sides of the city, or by way of a walk from Caglayan, Tarlabaşı or Kasımpaşa, for all of which we have made separate videos. This concludes our video. Thanks for sticking with us. If you visited any of the sites mentioned here, please leave a comment and let us know what you think of our video. See the links in the video description for discounted hotels and tour bookings. If you're looking for the best free walking tours in Istanbul, check out the link in the description to explore local options with GuruWalk. Our friends at Culinary Backstreets also offer a 10% discount to our viewers who want a comprehensive tour of Istanbul's foodie scene. Use the discount code in the description. Our sister company, Settle Turkey, provides relocation services for anyone looking to move to Istanbul. If you would like to support us and help us make videos like this one, please click on the Patreon link in the description. We have also created a set of ESL exercises and activities in case you want to use this video to teach or learn English. Hit the subscribe button and ring that bell to stay updated with our latest content. And while you're here, check out another one of our videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time.